Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. I have this T-shirt on me. To start off with, uh, for my one of my favorite social political journals, Dissent. I highly recommend it. I don't agree with everything the writers say, but that's the point. To have a nice little discussion. Well, sometimes I don't agree with myself, but that's another story. Well, it has happened. I know you heard the story. The the Alabama Supreme Court has ruled that the frozen embryos, the frozen embryos that have been frozen for in vitro fertilization are classed as children under the state law, and and due to that, in vitro fertilization clinics are shutting down because they don't know what to do with this ruling. Will they be will they be arrested in jail because they're doing their job they're doing as medical people? It is all part of the movement of Christian nationalism. The idea that the idea that America is a specifically Christian nation, and and the nation needs to be run on a Christian basis, quote unquote, as they interpret it. It doesn't mean anything about acting like Jesus, taking feeding the poor, clothing the naked, visiting the sick, comforting the afflicted, all that Sermon on the Mount stuff. It means oppressing women, demanding that they stay at home, get pregnant, and carry the fetus they don't want or need, even when it's going to kill them. There's there's several there's been several cases like the one in Texas about women whose fetuses are going to be stillborn and and deformed and all, but they have to carry it to term, even if it's a detriment to their health. And gays, sexual minorities like gay men, lesbians, bisexuals, transgenders, etc., etc., non-binaries, etc., etc. They will be persecuted to death. Like the case in the West about the non-binary uh, child, male, doesn't identify as male or female, and they were beaten to death by a gang of girls, and the school did nothing, not even call an ambulance. That's what we're up against. And yep, women are under assault. LGBTQ people are under assault, but so many people in authority that's supposed to protect them, they don't give a rat's ass. And what kind of idea of Christianity what kind of Christianity is this movement proposing? They have a lot of it has been called white Christian nationalism because it starts with the civil rights movement and the efforts of white parents to take their kids away from public schools that are going to be integrated and try to form so-called Christian schools that, that exclude kids of color and or else not taking to school at all. It, And and there's a lot of racism and white chauvinism mixed into uh, the fundamentalist Christianity that we see today. And and then and speaking of versions of Christianity, the Alabama Chief Justice Tom Parker invoked the Christian Bible as he interprets it, saying, "Human life cannot be wrongfully destroyed without incurring the wrath of God. And all human beings are in the image of God, and they can't be destroyed without facing His glory." Oh, that crap! All that crap. Excuse me, but that's just one interpretation of the Bible. And it's an interpretation suitable to keep control of women as well as oppress LGBTQ people. And, and the so called Holy Bible has been used to justify the oppression of workers, like with the so called Protestant work ethic that if you're not at your job 24/7, all working at the at the assembly line all day and all night, there's something wrong with you. You're a sinner. Excuse me, but some of us need our rest and our recreation. And some of us are at retirement age when we can't work all that much anymore. We can't do our jobs efficiently. And that reminds me, there are also these geniuses that think that the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare ought to be bumped up to 70 because we older folks are living so longer. That's because we're off the job. They pay us to stay away from the job. Joke. And after 40 years on the job market, I personally am glad to retire. That's just my take. Oh, and getting back to the topic. The Protestant work ethic has been, whatever you call it, has been used to justify keeping down workers, saying they're no good for nothing but toiling away at the assembly line or at the desk for the profit of somebody who doesn't give a rat's ass about you. And as for the topic of life, when does life begin? Theologians and philosophers and scientists have for millennia been discussing this issue, and to this day they still haven't reached a conclusion. But I'll give you the brief summary of the Jewish take on when life begins. And that is as soon as the baby attains its first breath outside of the womb. That is the Jewish tradition. As soon as the baby is out of the womb, taking its first breath, then it's alive in the Jewish tradition. See, so it's obviously they don't give a rat's ass about other religious traditions about when life begins, let alone scientific evidence. That's the way the white Christian nationalist movement is, and the conservative movement in general. All about me. That's their mentality. I don't like porn, so you shouldn't read porn. I don't want a fetus to be aborted, so your fetus should not be aborted. And I'm not even the one with the womb to carry the fetus. That's their mentality. So, to clarify my own position, I believe that it is entirely up to the woman, the person with the uterus carrying the fetus, It's her decision when and what time to abort the fetus. That's my take. And so, to prevent these idiots from attaining power or even further power, whenever voting time comes, get out there and vote. That is why I'm urging you. These theocrats and haters and racists. They're not the majority of the people, but they don't care. They're more than happy to impose their theocracy and dictatorship on the rest of us, if we let them. And we will make damn sure we don't let them. So, my fellow Americans, get out there and vote. Your country depends on it. Your future depends on it. Your children depend on it. Okay, that's it for now. Now advertisements. All my media work is work. I deserve to get paid for my work and to bring all my media work forward to the next level. And that includes my poetry, my fiction, my blog, my YouTube channel, my podcast, all that. So, below is the link to my website, johnomason.com. Please get on that website and hit the button for my buy me a coffee or my PayPal, and donate whatever you can. I would greatly appreciate it. I have no big corporations behind me. Just you and other small entrepreneurs who are getting by. Thank you. And my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It is a story of David Lucas, who is a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk and a whore chaser and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. And he comes out of the army as a born-again, fanatical, manly man Christian. Just wants to be a manly man for Jesus. But the way he goes about it leads him to disaster. So, please pick up a copy, Soldier of the Cross, on Amazon.com. Thank you. And now, Himperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you will find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Flour and gummies and candies and drinks and teas and lip balm and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Dog treats, yeah. Please look them up. HemperificLLC.com. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your small business or professional career. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other entrepreneurs and professionals. Do please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Okay. Alrighty then. That's it for now. For now. But the fight's ahead of us. Let's keep on struggling. And don't worry. There'll be others who follow our example. And they'll pick up where we leave off. Thank you. Bye.